Everyday technology is changing your brain in ways you don't even realize. From search engines to smartphones, these tools are rewiring your thinking, memory, and emotional capacity. Here are 6 surprising ways your brain is being hacked by the devices you use daily. 6. Phone drains your empathy. You're losing the human connection. You can talk to hundreds of people without ever hearing their voice. You can like, comment, and react without truly connecting. But real empathy, the kind that understands tone, body language, and silence, can't be built through screens. Your brain was wired for face-to-face interaction. Mirror neurons, which help you feel what others feel, activate most when you're physically present with someone. But when most of your communication is through texts, emojis, or videos watched alone, those neurons don't fire the same way. You start to see people as profiles, not as human beings. You start to lose the emotional muscle needed for compassion, patience, and deep understanding. Over time, that creates a world that feels colder, more divided, and less human. To reclaim empathy, start being present again. Put down the phone during conversations. Practice active listening. Look people in the eye. Notice their expressions. Tech gives us connection, but only presence gives us empathy. And empathy is what makes us human. 5. Boredom. Fuels brilliance, but you're escaping it too fast. Boredom used to be a gateway to creativity. Now it's a trigger for distraction. We check our phones in the elevator, in traffic, even in the bathroom. Any micro moment of stillness becomes unbearable. But here's the paradox. The very boredom you're trying to escape is where your best ideas are born. When your brain is not being fed constant input, it turns inward. That's when the default mode network kicks in, the part of the brain responsible for introspection, creativity, and problem solving. In boredom, the brain starts connecting ideas, making sense of the past, imagining the future. It's a mental playground. But tech is stealing that playground by replacing every moment of stillness with stimulation. You're not giving your brain a chance to be brilliant. Want more creativity? Do nothing, literally. Let yourself be bored. Go on walks without music. Stare out the window. Let your thoughts wander. Boredom isn't a bug. It's a feature. And it's disappearing. If you can sit with it, you'll tap into a mental power most people never access in today's hyper-connected world. 4. Algorithm. Traps your mind. You're stuck in a filter bubble. You think you're exploring the world, but really, you're exploring a tiny digital echo chamber. Algorithms are feeding you more of what you already agree with, more of what you already like. This personalization feels convenient, even comfortable, but it's quietly destroying your ability to think critically. When every video, article, and comment you see reinforces your existing beliefs, your brain stops being challenged, and a brain that isn't challenged stops growing. This is called confirmation bias, your tendency to seek information that supports what you already think. Algorithms amplify that bias 24/7. The result? Intellectual stagnation, emotional fragility, even radicalization. You stop encountering different views, and when you finally do, your brain reacts with fear or anger instead of curiosity. You're not seeing the world, you're seeing your reflection. The fix? Break the bubble. Actively follow people you disagree with. Click on content that challenges your worldview. Read outside your comfort zone. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That's good. That discomfort is the sound of your brain expanding. Your freedom of thought depends on your exposure to difference. Don't let an algorithm steal that from you. 3. Rewired for impatience. Technology is training you to hate waiting. Tap. Swipe. Scroll. Everything is instant now, and your brain is adapting. But not in a good way. Fast-loading videos and infinite scrolling are rewiring your brain's reward system. The dopamine spikes you get from quick content make real life feel too slow. Waiting in line feels unbearable. Reading long-form text feels like a chore. This is what researchers call temporal discounting. Your brain starts valuing quick rewards over long-term gains. That means you're more likely to give up on difficult tasks, lose focus, and avoid anything that doesn't offer immediate gratification. This is a huge problem for learning, working, and even relationships. Patience, perseverance, and deep focus are skills. But tech is eroding them. You're becoming uncomfortable with silence, with slowness, with effort. That's the real cost. To fight back, start building dopamine discipline. Delay gratification on purpose. Watch slower videos. Sit with boredom. Read long articles without jumping tabs. Retrain your brain to enjoy slowness again. If you can master that, you'll have a superpower most people are losing. 2. GPS shrinks your brain. You're losing your internal compass. Maps used to live in our minds. Now they live in our phones. With GPS telling us where to go, we're no longer building cognitive maps, mental models of the world around us. And that's a problem. Studies show that when you navigate without thinking, the hippocampus, your brain's memory and spatial navigation center, starts to shrink. The hippocampus is like your brain's internal compass. It lights up when you explore new places, when you get lost and find your way again. But when you outsource all direction to your phone, that part of your brain dims. Even worse, a weak hippocampus is linked to early signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. In short, relying too much on GPS doesn't just make you bad with directions. It could damage your long-term memory. The solution? Get lost. On purpose. Turn off your navigation sometimes. Try finding your way using landmarks or memory. Let your brain do the mapping. It's not always efficient, but it's powerful. Walking through unfamiliar neighborhoods, recalling turns, and visualizing maps all fire up the brain and strengthen it. Don't let GPS do all the thinking. Trust your brain to lead the way again. 1. Google before you think. Your brain's problem-solving muscle is shrinking. We've become addicted to instant answers. Instead of thinking deeply or recalling what we know, we reach for Google. But here's the problem. Every time you do that, your brain skips the chance to build neural connections tied to problem solving. Research shows that outsourcing memory to digital tools weakens the prefrontal cortex, your brain's decision-making center. The more you rely on external information, the less you trust your internal thinking. This makes your brain lazy over time. It's like skipping leg day at the gym every time you use a search engine. You might get the information, but you lose the mental workout. The brain needs struggle to grow. That moment of mental effort, when you're trying to solve a problem or recall an idea, is where learning truly happens. If you never exercise that, you lose it. Think of Google as a crutch. Helpful? Yes, but dangerous if it becomes your default. The fix? Delay the search. Ask yourself first, what do I already know? Give your brain 2 minutes to think before you type. Over time, your mind will grow stronger, more independent, and more resilient. Everyday technology is changing your brain in ways you don't even realize. From search engines to smartphones, these tools are rewiring your thinking, memory, and emotional capacity. Here are 6 surprising ways your brain is being hacked by the devices you use daily.